Okay, welcome again. Okay, today let's talk about the chloroplast. The saying, as you can see, the chloroplast belongs to a large group of organelles called the plastids. Plastids these are organelles in the cytoplasm of plant cells containing pigments of food. As I have said, in plant cells, they are found in plant cells. But the chloroplast just belongs in those large group of organelles. As you can see, there is what we call the proplastids. These ones are just undifferentiated organelles which develop into plastids. These ones are divided, as you can see. We have the etioplasts. The etioplasts. These etioplasts are colorless in absence of light, and they turn into chloroplasts on exposure to light, as you can see. They are colorless in the absence of light, but they can turn into chloroplasts in the presence of light. You can see it's just a reversible reaction. The chloroplasts can as well turn into etioplasts in the dark. We have the chloroplasts. These ones are the one which we are going to be studying about today. The chloroplasts are just to manufacture carbohydrates by photosynthesis, and then, as you can see, these chloroplasts form the chromoplasts. Those chromoplasts contain zasophil or carotenes, hence the yellowing in fruits, vegetables, and leaves. The proplastids are also divided into. We have the leucoplasts. These leucoplasts are colorless, and they include, as you can see, we have the amyloplasts. Amyloplasts, these ones form and store starch in tubers of roots and stems. We have the alloplasts. These ones form and store oil. Then we have the proteoplasts. Proteoplasts store crystalline proteins in plant seeds. Yeah, that was the family of chloroplasts that was the family of plastids where the chloroplasts fall. We are going to describe the structure of the chloroplast. As I said last time, that when we are describing the structure of these organelles, we have to start from outside going inside. As you can see from my diagram, this is the structure of the chloroplast. We are going to describe from outside going inside. Yeah. As we have said, the chloroplast belongs to a large group of organelles called the plastids. It's one of the largest organelles in plants. As you can see, it's pigmented with a green pigment called the chlorophyll. It is usually spherical, discoid, or biconvex in shape, as you can see this one. Then they are about 3 to 10 micrometer in diameter and 4 to 10 micrometer in length. Chloroplasts are bounded by double membrane known as the chloroplast membrane. As you can see, this one is the chloroplast envelope, the double membrane. This envelope includes the inner membrane and the outer membrane, both of which are not folded but thin internally, as you can see them. This is the inner membrane, this one is the outer membrane. Now we are entering inside. The envelope, actually the inner membrane encloses a cytoplasmic-like fluid called a stroma. From the structure, this is the stroma. You can see inside, this is the cytoplasmic fluid which is inside the the chloroplast, what we call the stroma. This stroma, as you can see, the stroma contains a system of interconnected double membrane sac-like structures called the thylakoids. These ones are the thylakoids. A pile of thylakoids, like this one, a pile of thylakoids forms the granum. This is the granum. When one and grana when many. For example, this one and this one, those are grana. One granum is connected. This is a granum. It's connected to the other. Is connected to the other by the intergranal lamellae. This one, intergranal lamellae. The membrane system, we are meaning the thylakoids, is the site for light-dependent reactions because they possess chlorophyll in their structure. So that means the cycles, they possess chlorophyll on their structure. As I said the other time, when you are giving actual description on those structures inside the organelle, you attach it with its importance. The stroma also contains the starch grain, this one, the starch grain, which temporarily store food in the form of starch. It also contains the cellular chloroplast DNA, this one, which self-replicate to produce new chloroplast and chlorophyll structures. The chloroplast DNA also contains 12% of the total DNA in the cell. So the stroma again contain the lipid droplets, these ones. Okay, this one represent the lipid droplets, these ones, which store food in the form of lipids and also produce fatty acids. You can go further into these 70 ribosomes, which are for synthesis of proteins and amino acids. Okay, that's the structure of the chloroplast. From there, we can go on the functions of the chloroplast. Okay, the main function of the chloroplast is to carry out photosynthesis. It also contains chlorophyll in the thylakoids, which trap sunlight energy using the manufacture of carbohydrates, for example, glucose. Chloroplasts contain essential DNA, which self-replicate to produce new chloroplast and chlorophyll molecules. Just from our description, it also contains the starch grain, which temporarily store food in the form of starch. Chloroplasts also store food in the form of lipids, fats, since it possesses the lipid droplet. The chloroplast has the 70 ribosomes, which are the sites for synthesis of proteins and amino acids. Those are functions of the chloroplast. From the functions, we can get the adaptations which are going on. So the adaptations, it has a transparent and colorless envelope for easy penetration of light, which is the main source of energy for the process of photosynthesis. The chloroplast envelope, just from our description, is thin to reduce on the diffusion distance of materials required for photosynthesis in and out of chloroplast. The chloroplast envelope is semi-permeable. They are air allowing only materials required for efficient function of the chloroplast in and out of the chloroplast. So you get the adaptations from the function. How is the chloroplast suited for its function? These are the adaptations we are on. Okay, you can say the stroma contains abundant enzymes which catalyze photosynthesis reactions. Yeah, this stroma is gel-like. The stroma inside the chloroplast is gel-like. Therefore, it contains enzymes. It is biconvex shaped, presenting a large surface area for photosynthesis and also for temporarily storing manufactured organic materials. It possesses the pseudomela thylakoids, hence increasing surface area for photosynthesis, since these thylakoids contain what? They contain the chlorophyll. Possesses the thylakoids, which contain chlorophyll on their surface, hence absorbing light necessary for photosynthesis. Possesses the sexual chloroplast DNA in the stroma, which self-replicate to produce new chloroplast and chlorophyll molecules, for example, the starch grain, the lipid droplets, the 70 ribosomes. Those are the adaptations of the chloroplast to its function. So that is the chloroplast. Next time we meet for another organelle. Thank you. For more videos, please subscribe.